Hello, friends. This is all okay. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. I came back to make another. Well, let's just say I wanted to make another video of my own topic. Uh, and I want to say, so far I love how the PTB's going in the game. I absolutely love how it's going, and I really do enjoy the new killer Dracula. Though I don't know how I feel truly about the new killer because apparently, I mean, his power just feels like base kit into like five killers. In his vampire form, his temple strike or Hellfire's temple attack feels like Pyramid Head's punishment of the dam, but kind of much faster. And his wolf pounce attack kind of feels like Wesker since you like dash twice. Plus, you can also shred a pallet when you're pouncing at it, so it kind of also feels like Demogorgon's shred. And when you're in your vampire or not, when you're in your bat form, it kind of feels like spirit, and then a little bit of a dredge too with that teleport. So I'm not sure how I truly feel about the killer. He is cool looking. I don't know. I just kind of like Vecta better. I don't know, because Vecta kind of has his unique abilities. But Dracula is a cool killer, and I wouldn't be surprised if people love him and enjoy him, because I understand that. He is a cool-looking killer. He's the only killer that can turn into a wolf, which, oh my gosh, man. Imagine you get Survivor's Pen the wolf. Anyways, back to topic here. My main topic is not really much about Dracula. I enjoyed the PTB a lot. I love the dredge buffs. I mean, I kind of wish the remnant was a little bit interesting for how it uses, but the overall buffs Dredge got is just helps Dredge a lot. The main reason they went for these buffs anyway is not because the Dredge was a weak killer, not really. Everything his power kit is good, but like whatever he does is just really slow and really loud, which does make you feel weak playing as him because everything he does is pretty slow. That's why behavior aimed those buffs. Now the volume, I haven't even tested that out yet. There was a video I watched about his volume difference, but because of his terror radius, I couldn't even pinpoint exactly how good it was or how quiet it was. So I think it's best to test it with Nightfall or any other undetectable perk or oblivious perk. But my question is, why does console players not be able to access to PTB? And should they be able to access to PTB? Think about this. When a PTB drops, this is something I hate a lot wherever like a PTB drops. Because every time a PTB drops, yes, they have some exciting news that I absolutely love, and I would willingly like to try them out. But I just hate that I'm waiting for 3 weeks for the PTB to finally hit live so that I can finally play the changes of the killers or the changes of the layouts or just the new gameplay quality of life period. Like, I just want to see how it goes and how it feels. But unfortunately now here I am stuck waiting for the PTB to end, because right now I really want to try out the dredge buffs. They look phenomenal. I don't think there's any like additional change, I wouldn't say, but I don't, it's kind of too early to tell anyway, so I could be wrong there. But so far, I absolutely love the dredge buffs because it makes him much better. Besides, he's the most well-designed horror killer we got in DBD. And is very happy and very pleased to see how behavior is now making good changes to those slow killers that need some tweaks. I love what they did to Dredge, but I just want to play the Dredge on the PTB so bad, but I can't because I'm playing on PS5. Now, PS5 is not the PlayStation is not the only system that cannot access the PTB and save for Xbox players. Now, I don't know if this trick works, and I think I hear this a lot, and I'm not sure because I know it, and I can't try it anyways, but if you have like PC with like stream, you can actually hook your controller console into that hardwire system, and then you'll be able to play the game on PTB with the console controls. I wish I have that. I don't have PC, unfortunately, but I kind of wish I do right now because I really want to try the dredge buff. So, but my main topic is, should console players be able to go into and play PTB? I mean, why not? I know they have like money they have to make with the new chapters and all that stuff, but come on, man. when you don't have any console players, and especially the ones that don't have the PCs, they're stuck waiting for 3 weeks of waiting for it to hit live. Then that means not that much people playing on the PTB, except for the ones that are on PC on stream. I'm sure you have like maybe thousands and thousands and thousands of players. I just kind of feel like the PTB feedbacks have been going. I don't know if they feel going bad. Think about it. When they released PTB for the Vecta, it was pretty horrible because Vecta was really slow before he actually got the buffs. I mean, I guess they were not wrong with the feedback. I'm glad people feedback with it. But then now we have a PTB drop with night changes and singularity changes. The feedback was positive with singularity. Not for the night, though, unfortunately. Well, I don't think there was much about the night because people were really happy. I'm assuming the feedback was do not remove the individual cooldown of the guards. That's what I'm assuming the feedback was. So either they don't feedback on that, though, because I'm not sure, or behavior did not listen to us as a community. Now, I wish right now, and I'm pretty sure most console players would feel about this, but holy crap, can we please even play on the PTB? Think about it. Yes, we're using content we haven't even owned, but keep in mind, when you have more people playing on the PTB, at least you'll have more feedback. You'll get more people, okay, should we decide on these changes, or is this killer good, or something like that. Any change that feels pretty smooth. So hopefully, I don't know if behavior will ever do this, but if they do, it will really be helpful for console players, because sometimes there's like a big change that we all want to try out, but we can't try out because we're on console and we're stuck waiting for 3 weeks for the PTB to end, while the PC players are just enjoying it or something like that. Sometimes the PTB can go horrible. I think the last worst PTB we ever got was, I think it was the Twins rework. I mean, I remember the time the finisher Mori came, and oh my gosh, it was bad. But then I guess everybody hated the shit out of the PTB one time with Twins. So at least I guess that's positive for us not playing on PTB console. But I think PC also has the option to go back to live, which means not many people are playing on the PTB, so we don't get much feedback. But think about it. If console players can actually access to PTB, if behavior would allow them to access to PTB, and if they can play on the PTB even on console, then at least you'll have more people, okay, this feels good, I'll send a feedback behavior, well job, or something is probably clunky or bad or shouldn't be in the game, and they just make a feedback about that. Behavior will have more collective feedbacks and more collected information to be like, okay, people don't like this, what's the change, we can fix that. What can we do to make people turn their frowns upside down and make them happy again? Now, this is like this whenever they make changes. Every single 1.5 months, there's always a PTB about to come out with most likely a balance change. Then they'll make a new chapter, and then there will be another balance change, and it cycles going on. The cycle continues. Now, I don't know about you, but every time I see a PTB coming out about balance change or reworks, I'm always excited to see it because it helps create the balance of the game for like interesting gameplay rather than the same gameplay. This is the direction they went back at 6.1.0 when they reworked it 40 perks and also did updates to like other couple things like killer buffs or generator longer repair and all that stuff. I know everybody kind of don't like it though because then now they're not used to the new playstyle, but good God, it was kind of much needed for the game because the game was going pretty stale. Now, I mean, it did drop a lot of players, so it may not be good when it first started, but then over time I think people might grow on it and then search for a different build, and then the game can be a little bit healthy again. Now, Wesker brought a lot of people back from the game, so there was a positive there. And Wesker is fun as hell. I mean, I guess the issue with Wesker, though, is that he's just kind of over-perfect. Like, everybody plays as him, and then you go up against the same killer. I'm so shocked that not many people are even playing as Vecta. Vecta is fun as hell, dude. I get that his weaknesses can be very severe, but those are if you're just not good with the killer. Like you can easily miss one of your spells if you like mistime something. Vecta takes a lot of time and practice. I mean, well, especially practice, but timing's the most important with that killer. I mean, maybe I'm just good at playing as him, and there are Vecta players out there that also are good at playing him. And a good Vecta player is just it just feels fun playing as Vecta. I don't know. I just kind of like Vecta more than Dracula. But Dracula is a cool character too, and I would not be surprised that people main him. And I get that. I get it. I don't even care if people main any killer. I don't even care if they main Skull Merchant, even though she's not that great. But either way, that's my main point of this video is should console players be able to play the game on PTB? That way behavior can collect more feedback. And then maybe that's one of the reasons why PTPs are like 3 weeks long instead of like 2 weeks. I mean, I get that behavior wants to test some things out, which is not a bad idea. Wherever they make changes, it's always kind of good to test them out. That way they don't make like bad changes and then we call them bad devs. Well, oh shit, I think we would call them bad devs anyways. But at least they don't make like fatal changes, like bad ones that completely outrages the game. That's why they do PTBs. They want to test things out and then, okay, should we suggest this and all that stuff? I get what behavior is doing. But why 3 weeks? Especially if you don't have that many people playing on the PTB, because most of them don't even have a PC system. Think about it. How many players... I mean, plus PC can even choose if they want to play PTB or not. And console can... I think console should be the same thing. I just don't like waiting for PTB changes to come out after 3 weeks. Like, okay. And I'm more... This own opinion. I mean, I'm making this video based on my opinion. Everybody don't have to agree. Reason why I'm pissed off about how PTBs take like 3 weeks long is because last year, before I start my junior school year, the Alien chapter was coming out around August, and I was so excited because I love the Xenomorph, and I'm very happy he was added into the game, and knowing that he was released on August 28th, which is the day I go back to school, I was really pissed because I was like, no, I want to play the Xenomorph. I want to test him out. So I end up having to deal with school first before I even play Xenomorph. And I'm just impatient. I guess I'm just a very impatient person. Maybe that's why I'm making this video anyway. But now we're going to have a PTB that's going to come out at August 27, and that's the day before I go back to school for my final year of senior. So, I mean, I just wish the PTBs don't take that long, but then again, we don't want them too short because then we might not have enough feedback and then it can lead into confusing changes. That's why I want console players to kind of come in with the PTB as well with the PCs, because then the more players you get PTB, the more feedback you'll be able to receive from them based on their experience. You can behavior can be able to collect feedback faster than normal with more players into the game, which is console players included. Maybe with a bunch of feedback coming in, they could probably test it maybe 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks instead of just like 3 weeks. This is just kind of my own quality of life with PTBs. And I wonder if PTB should matter. Well, I think it does matter because you don't want to blindly make changes and then people get crazy about it and then you don't even know yourself because you don't get the feedback. So it's always good to test things out by using PTBs. But come on, seriously, why do console players cannot play on the PTB? And why does it take that even long if you can have that much players? Behavior has the opportunity to make a good change or a good choice, and it can maybe help with, well, it can at least help. Come on, like, I get it. PTBs have to be long because we don't know yet. We don't want to be too quick, but we don't want to be too slow either. I don't know, maybe I'm just very impatient about this. I'm just so excited about the Dredge changes. Soon next month, I'm also going to be very excited about Unknown changes. And I'm just kind of impatient. Wherever I see a good change in my eyes, I'm like, oh, I want to try this out. I really want to try it. It's like a lollipop is sticking out, and you really want that lollipop so bad, but you have to wait for people to give you that lollipop, and then it takes like 3 weeks to make one, and it's just like you're just so impatient. You just want it now. Like, we just kind of go crazy in our human instincts. But I do get why PTBs should be created and why they should do it, and I get why it has to be long. But come on, at least give console players a little bit more love. Like, come on, like, why do this to console players where you cannot even go into a PTB, and then you got all the PCers having fun and the PTB maybe having fun depending on how much they're enjoying, and then you're just stuck waiting in a live version of the game, and you just really want to test these changes. So this is just my theory. I don't know if Behavior is ever going to do it, but if they do, it will at least make console players much happier, especially if they're more comfortable playing with PC. I haven't played PC since I was 8 years old. I'm not even good with the mouse. Well, I mean, I am good with the mouse, but I'm never good at keyboards. It's all confusing to me. Throughout my life, I always go on controller, so I'm just so used to playing on it. So I really hope Behavior does kind of add it, but that's just kind of my theory. It's one of the quality of life things. Nobody kind of mentions it, but I kind of wish they added. Now, speaking of the unknown, I am doing an unknown gameplay here. I want to talk a little bit more about the unknown too. Now, I changed add-ons completely, and I even changed the perk Brittle Strength. I just feel like palettes are like, because I mean, Windows can be a counter of the UVX, but unknown can still kind of shoot through with the blast radius if timed correctly. But with pallets, it just bounces off of it, and then there's nothing you can do. I just think Brittle Strength is more of a fit. Now, in this video right here, you're going to see the worst gameplay I've ever gotten with the unknown. I swear to God, people still don't understand what my issue with the unknown is. Mainly if the UVX. Now, these two add-ons I'm running are, I mean, there's something I kind of came up with. I want to see, because I feel like my own issue with unknown is just as UVX, not the teleport and stuff. So if my big issue is with unknown's UVX, then I at least put two add-ons that can affect the UVX, and maybe I can get the problems to go away. But I don't know. This gameplay right here was the worst gameplay I ever gotten. So I feel like this add-on's overrated, or underrated, I mean, but doubling the bounce of the UVX strength kind of feels, I don't know how I feel about it. It just feels, I don't know, too good, I say. Oh, it kind of helps a little bit with easier shots, but even so, I'm still missing a lot because of 90 degrees tech. This is why I want an indicator ad, because like Singularity, like I already mentioned, I don't have to say this before because I already said it. But then if I have an indicator, okay, I could bounce like a wall. I could use that. Oh wait, never mind. I can't bounce off that wall because then it shows that it will just instant explode. So I want to try something different instead of just blindly shooting, thinking it's gonna hit, even though it's not. Like what happened right now with Staple. Then the next add-on the next add-on running is to increase the duration of the Hindred effect if you shoot a survivor directly. Now, 2 seconds may not sound much, but I think I find it a little bit noticeable. And that UVX bounce was crazy right there. I find the hindered effect for 5 seconds a little bit noticeable. So it kind of helps a lot, especially with the unknown, because it does at least do something. But I don't know if 5 seconds even enough. So here's the video right here. This is the situation I have with unknown right here. I just shoot at that Ada right there. But what can the unknown do in this situation? Because if I don't shoot and put away, she's just going to run to the pallet, and I'm slowed down too. If I take a shot, she's just going to double back, and then nothing works. I'm telling you this, and I don't get why people say that unknown's balanced. I don't get why people say unknown is the most balanced killer. And I don't get why people are pissed off hearing that the unknown's getting tweet next month. And they're all saying, he's just a balanced killer, the most perfect. Dude, do you not realize what's going on with the UVX? Okay, his teleport is very strong, like really strong. It can be counterable, but pretty strong if not counterable. Have you not seen what's going on with the UVX? Think about it. You have a killer range attack that is easy to dodge if you know how to counter if you know how to dodge this killer UVX. Not only that he's easy to dodge with it if you're pretty good at it, even if he's good, it's still like collision and stuff. The collision is not even good at this game, but it's easy to recover. Now right here, I got the hit finally. We're already down to 1 gen. This is my first hook. We're already down to 1 gen. And I'm not bad with the unknown. I swear to God, I play this killer a lot. And if you don't believe me that I'm bad with the if you believe I'm bad with the unknown, take a look at the unknown compilation. It will explain everything. Now we're already down to 0 gens. I don't know if it's the map, or if it's the survivor team, or the perks. I don't get why I play unknown, and I get shitty games, and rarely even good games. UVX of his main issue that I have with it is it doesn't feel rewarding. Now, that Ada right there just crouched unweirdly, which that's the weird move they did. But keep in mind, if that Ada did not crouch and just decide to run toward me, the UVX is just completely useless during that area, and they're gonna make it to the pallet. This is why I have the issue with the unknown. Okay. People who are saying it is completely balanced are either survivor mains or they just don't like the killer. I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm just gonna put some random things out there that makes no sense to many people watching this, but I'm just gonna put it out right now. People who are saying that unknown is the most balanced killer are either survivor mains or they just don't like the killer. I'm just gonna say right that there and there. You can change whatever topic you want about what I say, but I'm just gonna put it out right there. Now, yeah, this gameplay right here went completely horribly wrong, and I don't like it. No, like I said, nobody's gonna want to play as a killer. Okay, that bounce right there was very crazy. It didn't even show. I think the add-on is underrated. But that milk carton there. Now, see, the reason why I got that hit right there is because he didn't double back. I'm telling you this. This killer is a noob stomper. If you go up against bad survivors, they're gonna hold W when you shoot at them, and then that's when the UVX kind of comes in well. Good survivors double back, nothing you can do, and now you're stuck in 7 seconds cooldown. And then you're wasting more time now. And then not only that, if they're already weakened, they could be staring at you during that time. You have to quickly hide behind something, and they could hold W away, or they just fully reveal you, and you gotta do another shot. I don't get why people say he's the most balanced killer, because in my eyes, he's really not. It feels more survivor side playing this killer, because there's so many factors they can do. Now, Vecta has many factors of counter plays too. They have items. Then they can crouch like skeletons. They can crouch skeletons. Mei-chan is kind of uncounterable, but remember, items. They can brain that. But Vecta, if Vecta is a good player, then the mistakes making to make Vecta useless can still be avoided. What I'm trying to say here is that any killer that can be bad and not enjoyable to play is mainly caused by mistakes by us. If you make a mistake, you're going to get punished heavily. Maybe. I don't know. There's some killers that don't even offer that good punishment. But there's a way to remove making a mistake, and that's by practice and being good. But this killer feels like there's no guarantee of avoiding the mistake. Wherever you do, use your power or not, you're gonna make a mistake, and there's nothing you could do. So hopefully this update kind of fixed that, and I'm just gonna stop right there.